Hey everybody, and welcome back to a new Time to Talk. Today I want to discuss a topic with you that's been going haywire for a while now. And that, my dear friends, is YouTube.
Hoo-hoo, it's time to talk.
The reason for this video comes from a tweet that I saw a couple of days ago. On there, a person by the name of Soup contacted Team YouTube with a screenshot they took with a couple of videos that they thought did not really belong on the platform. Now, don't look too far, I'm sure you've already found the issue. Now, because I want to make a video on this, I had to know exactly what was going on in the first place. I had to make sure that these videos were real to begin with, or maybe it was some sort of clickbait, for instance, you know. So there was only one possible way to find out. I've watched the videos. I can confirm, my beloved friends, that these videos are real. As a matter of fact, they're not clickbait either. They are exactly what they seem to be at first glance. It is about two gay men, who I presume are a couple, and they indeed try out different toys in their pupuholio, as well as each other's helmet warrior, to find out if they feel any difference. And I must say that they're pretty good at it. YouTube actually replied to this tweet and stated, "Our team has carefully reviewed the content and confirmed that it doesn't violate our community guidelines." Besides multiple content creators that questioned YouTube's decision here, including everyone's favorite member of the Hobbit trilogy, namely Keemstar, there was one intelligent individual who brought forth even more doubtful videos on the platform.
It was me.
You read that right, ladies and gents, naked yoga. This is an actual thing and available to watch on YouTube. As a matter of fact, if you type it in the search bar, there's a whole lot more that shows up too, including actual porn scenes. Now, YouTube does have a policy where nudity can be shown if it is for educational purposes, for instance. The only thing that I'm wondering is, what is this teaching anyone right here? I mean, how to do a certain pose? How to breathe in correctly maybe? How to relax your body? Okay, I get that, okay? But that can be taught with clothes on as well. You don't have to get naked for that. That's not bringing anything to this entire ordeal. The only thing that this is teaching anyone is how to get a shitload of views in barely any bloody time. Now let's imagine that the videos themselves actually had nothing explicit to be shown. That was just some sort of clickbait thing for God knows what sort of video. Then there is still the thumbnails, because these show everything. There is nipples, there is butt, there is even puss, okay? And I wonder, how exactly is that allowed? Because if we have a look at YouTube's community guidelines, it clearly states that the following violates the policy. Whether breasts, buttocks or genitals, clothed or unclothed, are the focal point, or, in the case of our first videos, using or displaying sex toys to provide viewers with sexual gratification. Now, some smarty pantsers of you out there will probably focus on the fact how it says to provide the viewer with a sexual gratification, or that the main purpose is to arouse the viewer. Okay, let's assume this is not the case for all of these videos, alright? Even then, don't tell me you think that this should be allowed on this platform. YouTube punishes content creators when they talk about depression, suicide, hell, even serial killer documentaries because it's
Sensitive content.
Creators can't even say the word shit or fuck anymore in their videos uncensored without having the risk of that video getting demonetized because of profanity. Yet this shit right here is totally fine. So, what does YouTube do with all of these videos on their family-friendly website, you ask? Well, they age restrict most of them. And for those of you who don't know, when a video is age restricted, you as a content creator can't place any ads on the video, which means that you can't make any money from them. Whilst you as a viewer, you can't watch the video unless you show or prove that you're of the legal age. And this can be done by either providing YouTube with your credit card or ID information. But here's the thing, most of these are age restricted, which means that there is plenty of them out there that are not. Not age restricted, not censored, which means that anyone can watch them, anyone. Let that sink in for a moment. Now here is my personal experience in this whole shit show. On this channel, Mr. Bopi, I mostly play games. And very often those are indie games as well. Now if you have a look at my videos with the most amount of views, you will be able to tell that I once played a game called Pokémon Conquest. This game mixes a silly point and click storyline with scenes of hentai, which obviously involve nudity. Being the good boy that I am, I decided to censor all of the videos before uploading them to YouTube. And once they were uploaded, I age restricted them straight away, which as a content creator you can do, by the way. So I thought, you know, censoring them, age restriction, that should be more than enough. I didn't want anyone under the legal age to see these videos. I respected the rules that YouTube gave me because I understand it, you know. I understand that that children should not see any of these videos. That I'm totally fine with that, you know, no problem at all. So all of this precaution, this is what happened. This is what YouTube did to me. I got demonetized for sexual content on my entire channel, meaning that none of my videos could make any sort of money anymore. All of the hentai related videos got their thumbnails removed multiple times, even though there was no nudity to be seen. I still have a community strike on my channel since 2019. And now for the best one yet, ladies and gents, the best one yet. And what I'm about to tell you, this actually happened to me. This is not a joke, this actually happened to me. The best one yet. One of the hentai videos that I age restricted during uploading, because like I said, I didn't want anyone under the legal age to even have a split second of a chance to see this, because I didn't want, you know, to get in trouble or anything. YouTube themselves made that video public a couple of months after. How? I myself think as a content creator, okay, you know, I don't want to break any rules. I don't want to risk the small channel that I actually have built over these past years to get into any sort of trouble. I'm gonna age restrict that video so that not everyone should see it. And then YouTube themselves think, nah, it's fine. That's fine. Everyone can watch it. That's fine. How? And the best part is, okay, so when that happens, when they change something, you get a notification, like if they remove your thumbnail or anything, you get a strike, whatever. I get that notification like, what? I age restricted straight away.
They did it again!
They did it a second time! They were like, nah, it's fine. Like, what? What? So I put it back on age restriction for the third time at that time, you know, so to speak. And then it was over, then it was solved. But what? How is that possible? How is this possible? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So yeah, to say that channels like the ones we discussed today, that they get away with all of this crap, that it upsets me a bit, I think that's quite an understatement, okay? You know, even if they're all age restricted and all of that, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, they don't make any money off of those videos from YouTube. Boo-hoo-hoo. You know, if you put that shit on there and people watch it, it will, especially if your entire channel is about that. You know, I played it like a couple of times. If your entire channel is around that, you will get millions upon millions of viewers, subscribers, because they're thinking, oh, more naked, because there's a lot of horny people out there. They still, if your channel is big enough, they still get sponsors. They still get money from it, after all. So even though they don't get money from YouTube, you still get money from making that sort of content. And that is just, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Like, how? How does YouTube allow that shit? How? It's... YouTube has to get their shit together. Anyway, ladies and gents, to end this video on a bit of a fun note, I made a little time-lapse video where I changed the logo of YouTube a little bit, you know, tweak and adjust it a little to make it a bit more fitting to this whole situation we discussed today. But before I show you that video, I want to thank all of you for watching. I hope that this video was informative, amusing, arousing maybe. And also special thanks to all of my patrons and members, especially my members today, because I'm pretty sure that this video will get me demonetized again. So thanks for the ride, boys. Yeah, we'll see each other next time. Bye bye!